Hello and welcome to this quick video, specifically about the names of stuff in the land of Pixhawk. I'm using air quotes for a very good reason there. I do lots of videos using things like the Q-Pilot Orange Q Plus. I use a lot of the Holybro flight controllers, and I've put things like Ardupilot on things like Maytech Wing flight controllers and omnibus boards and other stuff too. I'll put a couple of links down below if you want to go and have a look at that. But the reason for the video today is that I get lots of questions from pilots who are getting into all this, who are asking questions and it turns out are using the wrong names for stuff. We have Pixhawk, which is kind of a pointless term now. I'll explain why that is in a moment. They talk about Mission Planner, they talk about Ardupilot, they talk about PX4, they talk about Pixhawk, and use the terms interchangeably, and it makes it really tricky, not only for me to understand what's going on, but also for those people who are building those systems to then use the internet with a standard Google or YouTube search to find articles and things that will help them. If they're not searching for the right name, they're going to really struggle to find the answer to the thing that they're particularly stuck with. And I was up at 3DXR talking to Ben about this, and Ben has exactly the same issue. So I thought, you know what, let me make a quick video. So if you are coming into the land of Ardupilot and Pixhawk and VTOLs and those kind of things, and you're coming across this terminology, let me help figure out how it all goes together. So let's go through each of these pieces, and we'll start with the basic one, the ground control software, also called GCS as a shorthand. This is the stuff that's typically running on a computer, but it can run on a phone or an Android tablet or something else like that. This is what is used to both flash the firmware onto the flight controller initially, but then configure and set it up, and it can also be used to monitor the flight when it's actually happening by using things like telemetry radios. Now, the common names you're going to see on this side are going to be things like Mission Planner, Q Ground Control, things like APM Planner 2, and also those apps that you have available on things like iOS and Android. All of these are referred to as a group of ground control software. This is not the firmware and it's not the flight controller. So talking about things like Mission Planner, when you're talking about Mission Planner, you're actually talking about this very specific piece of software running on a computer. Now, the cool thing about this is using either of those, you can kind of set up a flight controller and do all those pieces. However, I would always recommend, if you are new to this, use Mission Planner. Mission Planner is a far less janky piece of software in my humble opinion, and it's much better for pilots. Things like the drivers and other pieces work an awful lot better in Mission Planner. So I would always use Mission Planner, and there's a reason that I use Mission Planner in all of my kind of Pixhawk for Beginners series that I do on the channel. So that's ground control software, but I'm not mentioning things like Ardupilot and stuff. So where do they come in? Well, we'll get to that in a moment. Let's talk about flight controller hardware next. Well, obviously, that's a Pixhawk, right? No, it's not, actually. It's a Q-Pilot Orange Plus Cube. Now, when it first came out, absolutely, it was called the Pixhawk 2.1. And the older boards were called the Pixhawks, but they're less and less used. That name's less and less used in flight controller hardware. This is the physical flight controller that you install the firmware onto using a ground control software. And it could be lots of different things. The Q-Pilot Orange Plus is pretty much the gold standard, but it is blooming expensive, so it's out of the reach of lots of pilots. So there are other options as well. Things like the Holybro 6C and other Pixhawk style flight controllers that they do, but you'll find again that in lots of cases Holybro are kind of getting away from calling their flight controllers Pixhawks. But then you don't have to use these kind of same layout boards. You can use third-party hardware, and I've used things like the Maytech Wing flight controllers and also other third-party boards like the omnibus boards. Now, in the documentation for Ardupilot, we'll come on to that in a moment, there is details about which flight controllers are supported. So if you are looking for a cheaper board, you can look down there and find one that's an awful lot cheaper. Personally, I would tend to go with things like the Maytech Wing boards for things like fixed wing models, and the omnibus boards if I want something really cheap and cheerful. The last bit of this, which goes in the middle, is the firmware that the ground control software installs onto the hardware. And the two main ones that you're going to bump into are called Ardupilot. Ardupilot is a family of firmwares. So Ardupilot is the name of all of them, but there's things like Ardukopter, which is for multirotors and traditional helicopters. Then you got things like Arduplane. Guess what? That's for planes and wings. You got Ardurover, which is for cars and ground-based vehicles. You've also got Ardusub, believe it or not, and you've got lots of others too. So this is a massive family. And then you've got PX4, which is kind of does the same thing as Ardupilot. Again, this is one of those things where for me, I would recommend that you go with Ardupilot if you are new to this. Ardupilot has an awful lot more testing than stuff like PX4. From all the stuff that I've seen, this Ardupilot technology, along with Mission Planner, is just the best way to get to the end of the build, and it's all going to work. PX4 and Q Ground Control tend to go together. Mission Planner and Ardupilot tend to go together. But the nice thing is that these ground control softwares, because the flight control firmware kind of adheres to the same standards, you can pretty much use whichever ground control software you want to monitor and flash whichever flight control firmware that you want on whichever hardware that you want. However, Pixhawk isn't in any of these lists. Although there are some very old flight controllers like the Pixhawk 1, which aren't really used anymore, this is why it can be a little bit confusing. Because if someone's talking about Pixhawk, what they're probably talking about is the style of flight controller that looks a little bit like this, either with a separate IMU flight controller piece and some kind of board that it plugs into, or it's an all-in-one piece like some of the smaller things like the Holybro 6C that I've used in other series. But I would recommend, if you're starting off, use Mission Planner, flash a version of Ardupilot, Ardukopter or Arduplane or whatever it is onto the hardware that you're using, and you should be fine. So hopefully that helps explain a little bit about where some of those names are. It helps immensely if you're using the right name for the piece that you're trying to figure out, rather than use a generic term like Pixhawk. But talking about Pixhawk when you're talking about the software, the firmware, or the hardware can get you into trouble. So hopefully that helps. If you have any other questions, pop them down below, and I'll pop links to some of those other Pixhawk and Ardupilot for Beginner series. And those are called that because invariably Pixhawk is what new pilots tend to search for. Thank you for watching the video. If you watch my videos and find them useful, then please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot. If you really like what I'm doing here, you can become a Patreon and support the time I spend helping others and get access to lots of exclusive benefits. Link is in the video description. Remember that all the videos on the channel are organized into playlists, so you can easily use those playlists to find all the videos on a subject that you are interested in. Add Painless 360 to your searches on Google and YouTube, and it'll help you find my content for any particular topic. Thanks again for watching, and as always, happy flying.